Yes, guys, and welcome back to episode 17 of the Reprogram Your Mind podcast. So, in today's training, we're going to discuss one of the biggest limiting beliefs that people battle and that hold them back. And that limiting belief is that opportunity and options in life are limited. Today, we're going to work through why they're not, how we can understand this, and how you can start to move forward to understand that opportunity and options are absolutely everywhere if we can just learn to be more open to what's going on around us. So, opportunity is endless. And I actually mentioned this on one of the live trainings last night that I do within my member site, which is Mindset Mastery. You can see the link here if you want to check it out, www.mindsetmasterywithlee.com. So it came from a comment that I heard when someone said, there aren't really any jobs out there right now. What an absolute crock of SH1T, as my grandfather would have said. There are opportunities for work, both employed and self-employed, absolutely everywhere. And that is just a lie, an example of one of 100 lies that I could give that people tell themselves to keep themselves stuck. And it doesn't even have to be in relation to opportunity and options. Like another huge limiting belief would be, I can't lose weight, or I'll never be happy in a relationship, or I'll never XYZ, insert limiting belief. But for the purpose of today's, we're going to relate it directly towards opportunities and options in life. Because as I've said, and I think it was 3 episodes ago in the Creator of Your Destiny, anything you want is out there. You just need to start tuning in to opportunity, options, and solutions rather than tuning in to resistance, negativity, and thinking that there's not enough, because then we're operating from lack and scarcity, not abundance and gratitude. So whichever one we tell ourselves will essentially become our reality, because it will become our thoughts, it will become our beliefs, and then it will lead to how we behave and how we show up in the world. You guys should know that by now. So if we keep saying there is insert whatever we feel there is a lack of love, a lack of opportunity, a lack of employment, a lack of fat loss, a lack of anything, then we will create the belief that there is a lack. And that's how we will live our life. You won't be open to opportunity and options because your thoughts and beliefs have convinced you that there's a lack. And that is such a lie. I would love somebody to Google this and put it in the comments on YouTube, because I've forgotten by the end of this podcast. But there must be somewhere where you could Google how many jobs are available in the UK right now. I shudder to think what that number is. Cam's picking up his phone and he's actually going to Google it right now, unless I'm not as good at mind reading as I normally am. So we'll tell you in a minute. So a scarcity mindset, a lack of options and opportunity mindset will just keep you trapped in familiar patterns, okay? At any given time, right now, there is far more opportunity than you could ever imagine. Opportunity for absolutely everything. If you can just break where you're living and open your eyes and become more aware. He's nodding. I think we have a number.
728,000.
728,000. I actually thought it would be a lot more.
Job vacancies.
There are currently 728,000 job vacancies available in the UK. So, unfortunately, what happens is, how can I best describe this? So our mind tends to filter reality based on what we show it, but very often not based on just what we show it, but also based on our experiences and beliefs of the past. This is why so many people are shackled by a memory of the past rather than being pulled by a vision or an inspiration of the future. And that will lead down a road eventually where, like, we can choose to be pulled by inspiration now, and that's pretty cool. I've said so many times before, and this is how I did the big 200-mile run. When you're pulled by inspiration and growth and contribution, you don't really need motivation, especially when you have a side order of meaning and purpose. But because many people aren't, what they'll do is wait until they're pushed by desperation. So rather than maybe the inspiration of wanting to build a happy, fulfilling career and wanting to make X amount of money because they want to provide for their children and they want to X, Y, and Z in life, and they're pulled by that inspiration, there's meaning behind, you know, the money and the growth and the development or anything else. What happens is they'll stay stuck by a memory of the past. So one, that didn't work out for me, so I'm not even going to try. And then what they'll wait is until things get that bad. Okay, I'm going to lose my house, or I'm not going to be able to put food on the table. And then they'll be pushed to find a job through desperation, when they could have made the decision months and months and months and months, even years before, and been pulled by inspiration. But we're going to come on to that and how that works. But the reason most people do stay stuck is because they're shackled by a memory of the past. So, but that might be a past relationship and how it panned out. So, perfect example, I'm going to use a man and a woman. This isn't sexist, but, you know, a woman may have had a very bad relationship with a man, and she convinces herself, you see this on social media all the time, that all men are bad. And you see people post things like, where are all the good men? All the good men are gone. There's no good men left. And that's not true. That's the same as the job. That's the same as not being able to lose weight. That is a bullshit lie that people tell to keep themselves stuck in the same familiar patterns because it feels safe. There's thousands of good men out there. There's thousands of opportunities out there. Every single person in the world can lose weight. Everyone in the world can achieve anything they want. You're the creator of your destiny. You're the master of your destiny. It all comes from the thoughts and the beliefs that you tell yourself. So when we can start to think about the future and how it looks and what we need to get us there, and we can change the beliefs and we can stop the lies and we can change the thoughts, that's when we'll start to move forward. But ultimately, whichever road you go down, the opportunity is still there. It all just comes down to what you tell yourself. So what happens with the brain, and you've heard me talk many times about the RAS, which is the reticular activating system, which we'll come on to again. It basically finds more of what you show it. So again, you've heard me say this hundreds of times, but repetition is the master of all skills. So eventually, if I say it enough times, I think you'll just remember it and never forget. So I've always used the example of a black Land Rover Defender. If we keep looking at pictures of black Land Rover Defenders and thinking about them and test driving one and all of these things, when you go on the road, when you go on the motorway, when you pull into a car park, when you pull into a hotel, when you go pretty much everywhere, that's the only car you're going to notice, because your brain is showing you more pictures of what you've shown it and what you're telling it. It's exactly the same. If you keep talking about lack of opportunity, lack of men or women, lack of fat loss, lack of anything, opportunity or options, it will keep showing you more evidence that there are lack. You won't see people in happy relationships. You'll see other people who have had toxic relationships and believe that there are no good men left in the world, or women. So what happens is, whatever you show your brain and whatever your thoughts and beliefs are, it filters out the rest. So you can either see opportunity or you can see lack. If you focused on opportunity and what's actually out there every day, you'll see more and more and more. If you focus on lack and depression and scarcity, you will find more and more and more. I promise you, you can try this. Try this with the car thing, right? Pick a colour of a car, be sensible. Let's not go for like a canary yellow Ferrari. And a type of car that's reasonably popular that you like, and put it on your screensaver on your phone, on your laptop, put a picture of it somewhere, book a test drive, have adverts, go and filter on Auto Trader for it to send you notifications of those cars. And I guarantee you, the next time you're out and about on the roads, the next time you put into a car park, supermarket, anywhere, you will do that. You will see only that car. And it's exactly the same with life, okay? And this is why two people, one can be so positive and full of energy and opportunity, and the other one sees nothing but lack, scarcity, and depression. One person attracts money in abundance, one person repels it because all they talk about is not having it. Guess what? When you talk about not having any money, you are blocking money coming to you because you are broadcasting a frequency that there is not enough money in the world. Nobody's going to pay me. There's no opportunity. The universe will just show you more and more pictures of why that's true. It will essentially back up whatever you tell it, the brain and the universe. So as I said, this is why the best example of this in the world, right? You will never ever get a better example of this. Lockdown, COVID-19, the C word, coronavirus, whatever you want to call that period of life. And straight away, everyone was divided. Some people saw opportunity and made millions within weeks. We actually had our biggest financial month in history 2 weeks into lockdown. And I say that not to trigger you, because we looked at what was going to happen. Right, what's the opportunity? Well, all of a sudden, the whole entire fucking world, excuse my language, is at home. They can't go to the gym. They have all the time in the world to train. Most of them want to lose weight. And we launched a 6-week home training, fat loss, nutrition and training plan that people could do at home with either no equipment or just a set of dumbbells or kettlebells. People had nothing to do. So everyone signed up. Most of them, wasn't that they didn't have money, half of them were furloughed. So they actually had the same amount of money. They were just at home with nothing to do. People became multi-millionaires overnight selling hot tubs because everyone wanted a hot tub in their garden for lockdown. Opportunity was everywhere. The other people went, oh, this is the new norm. Oh, my business is going to go bankrupt. Oh, I need to stop doing this. I know what, I'll just sit in a room and be depressed and go outside and clap once a day because that's going to help my own life. Not that it wasn't a good thing to do to keep spirits up, but they just focused on the news, the NHS, the depression, the death, the new norm, as everyone called it, and being angry at Boris and signing into the news. Like, one person was signing into the news for the updates. One person had just sold £400,000 worth of hot tubs. All the opportunities everywhere were the same. It just came down to how people were choosing to view it. Could view it as a crisis and a disaster, or they could view it as there is actually opportunity here if I'm willing to drop the story and look hard enough. And that's the same in all areas of life. Like, every time something bad happens, ask yourself this one world-class question. What's the opportunity here that I haven't yet noticed? What's the magic in this situation yet that I haven't yet noticed? And the universe will do the rest. So it comes down to perception. And this can also come down to just a conversation. Like, somebody could say something and one person perceives it in a completely different way to what the other person does. One person sees it as attack. One person just sees, God, that person must be really struggling today. That's why they've responded that way. But it all comes down to what you have programmed your brain to focus on and where your energy's at. So if your brain is focused on lack, you're going to get more lack. The world's going to show you why there's lack everywhere. If you're focused on abundance, I have enough, I am enough, I'm in charge, the world will keep showing you why. So if you affirm every day, and we're going to build this into the affirmations of the last 3 podcasts as well. So I am the creator of my own destiny. I'm going to have to scroll to the bottom to remember them now. My energy creates my reality. I already have everything I need inside me. Opportunity is endless and everywhere. 4 of the best affirmations that you'll ever do. I am the creator of my destiny. My energy creates my reality. I already have everything I need inside me. opportunity is endless and everywhere. This is what we're going to come on to at the end, but if you're living from that place and waking up with those thoughts every morning, those thoughts become your belief. Your beliefs learn to how you behave. So you start to behave and show up as a person who believes they're the creator of their destiny, the person who's giving out endless, incredible energy because they know it creates their reality, a person who has so much confidence because they know that everything they need is already within themselves. They don't need anyone else to feel happy, and they understand that opportunity is everywhere. That's where we want to live, but we'll come back onto that. So if you affirm these things, what you're doing is, and I wrote this down, I love it, you're actually teaching your brain. Like, you're instructing it. Like I would instruct someone to do a bench press. I'm instructing my brain, hey, think this way and things are going to be better. Don't think that way because that's not going to help. So you have to teach your brain, you have to instruct your brain, you have to program it to focus on the good things and black out the rest. Because if you build it into a level where all your reticular activating system is focusing on is what you want, where you want to go, who you want to be, what needs to happen, why you're enough, why you're worthy, and everything in between, it will find it everywhere. And opportunity is no different. If you're waking up straight away and you have this thought, right, opportunity is everywhere, I just need to find it and go after it. And that's where you'll live. That's how you operate. And another great example is one of my mentors, Peter Sage, says this over and over and over again. We were at Millionaire Business School in Portugal, and he probably spoke about it for nearly 2 hours to the level where everyone in the room was chanting it. And his phrase was, I need to get this right now, you don't need more money, you just need a better strategy. And it actually came up with one of my business mentees in a message only yesterday. If you're watching this podcast, you'll know who you are. And he said, I just feel stuck at the moment because I know what I want to do with my business, but I don't have money for X, Y, and Z. Limiting belief, blocking his progress. He doesn't need more money. He just needs a better strategy. And to give you a little bit of an example in that, so Peter used an idea of when he started one of his businesses, and he actually built an entire 7-figure business, I believe, from scratch with £0 because he needed a photocopier. So he asked to hire the photocopier for 3 months this is a long time ago, for £0, and in return he was willing to go in, he was an expert on sales, to train the company's sales team for 3 hours every Monday. They said, wow, of course you can have the photocopier. Their sales went for the roof. He had his free photocopier. He took the business to such a level, at the end of it, they gave him the photocopier. He didn't need the money to buy the photocopier. He just needed a better strategy. He brought in partners that were willing to work for free in order for a high level of commission. He didn't need money to pay the staff. He just needed a better strategy. Where was he operating from? He wasn't going, oh, I can't start a business because I've got no money. Oh, I can't get a job because there's no jobs out there. Where? Where is the opportunity? How do I find it? How do I get it? What strategy do I need? It's all down to perception, right? So the reticular activating system will only pick up on what you show it. So again, if you think that all men in the world are bad, your eyes are going to go straight to the newspaper article of the guy that cheated on his wife. It's going to go straight to the film on Netflix about the toxic relationship. It will find what you show it. I promise you this is so true, which is why you need to protect yourself. So if you're literally saying to your reticular activating system or your CEO of your brain or your amygdala, whatever people want to call it, hey, let's go look for opportunities because I know it's everywhere. It will find them. Like, if you are a person randomly who's watching this who doesn't have a job, spend the whole day, right, looking for jobs, exhausting every opportunity, tagging all your friends on Facebook. Hey, I'm looking for some work. Does anyone know of anything going? Do that right now and see how many people come back with job opportunities. or tag people who might have job opportunities. Okay? It's everywhere. When you say, hey, let's go look for opportunities, it will only focus there. But if you're not aware and alive and awake to this, even all these opportunities will go unnoticed. And again, let's use the man and the woman example. If you're walking around in life saying, I've been hurt in the past, so that means that one, all men are bad. Every nice man I know is married, so that means that all the good men are gone. Men can't be trusted. Men are X, men are Y. The good man might be strutting past you. You're not even going to notice him. He might be the man of your dreams. He's going to walk past without you even seeing him because you're not even aware. Same as the job opportunity would be there, but you're not aware to it because you've already convinced yourself that it's not there. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because it will really change your life. So again, when you affirm to yourself that there is infinite opportunity out there, it will show up. I promise you, this even goes into the early law of attraction stuff, right? So when you affirm that opportunity is everywhere, you're opening the doorway. When you affirm there's no opportunity out there, you're just slamming that door shut in your own face. So when we're open to solutions and instant infinite possibility, they appear. But we also need to do this from a little bit of a subconscious place. And this is why it can become quite difficult. This might get a little bit more complicated now. So your logical mind will always try and take over. So you might open your subconscious mind and be like, I'm ready for fulfillment, I'm ready for abundance, I'm ready for love, I'm ready for opportunity. Your logical brain will try and go, no, you're not. That's never worked out before. Don't be silly. Stop telling yourself that stuff. That's rubbish. Stay safe. So we still have to use the logical mind in parts, but much of this is in the subconscious, which is why this is so important in the morning and the evening meditations, affirmations, and routines. So the logical mind will try to control everything because it's deeply analytical. So you don't have to force this, and it's not going to happen overnight. You just need to be open to opportunity, open to possibility, open to solutions, and open to prosperity. So affirm right now, I am connected to endless opportunity. Opportunity is everywhere. Write it down somewhere. It's absolutely, we are surrounded by it right now. Like, I know without any shadow of a doubt, if I wanted to get a job right now, I could get one by the end of today. I know I could. The reality is most people would rather stay stuck because then it's more comfortable telling the story about how there's no opportunity out there and nothing ever works out for them. So you have to feel it, you have to believe it, and you have to believe it on such a deep level that it feels real, just like visualizing your goals and showing up as if you're already living your dream life. Like if you had the dream partner, the dream body, the dream bank account, the dream house, the dream, whatever your dream is, and you already had it all, work with me on this. What would your energy be like today? Even I'm smiling talking about it. How would you feel? How would you be showing up? Would you be moaning? Would you be miserable? Would you be talking about lack of opportunity, the new norm, the cost of living, immigration, X, Y, and Z? No, you'd just be fucking buzzing, walking around happy as Larry. Walk round like that already. Feel it. Feel what it feels like. And the opportunity will show up. I promise you this works. So, to switch it the other way, I want you to think of a situation right now where you felt stuck, lost, frustrated, and like you had no options. Like the options were so limited. And so many people say this. When people apply for either Unbreakable, Mindset Mastery, my Elite One-to-One coaching, even the business coaching, whether it's related to their life or their business, they say this one thing: I just feel stuck. I just feel lost. So think of that time when you felt like that yourself. And now ask yourself these two life-changing questions. What opportunities actually exist here? that I haven't yet noticed because I've been too busy telling the story about why there aren't any? And what's the solution to this problem that I haven't yet realised? Is what I'm telling myself actually true? If so, what's the evidence? We've just found out there's 750,000 jobs available right now. So if it's that one, there is no evidence. Millions and millions and millions and millions of people have started businesses with no money, made thousands, lost weight, gone from zero to hero, gone from toxic relationships to happy and everything in between. There's evidence everywhere. What you're actually telling is just a story based on a memory of the past or based on programming. It's not your fault. So what you have to do as well is very often you can't figure out this logically. It's why I'm massive on meditation and visualization. So you just need to allow it to come with you. You just need to allow it to come to you. Stop trying to force it so much. Very often when I talk about why and purpose and mission and focus, people are forcing themselves so hard to try and find their purpose and their mission that they're actually blocking it, because they're not just sitting back and having time out and meditating and visualizing and thinking and researching and then allowing the fact that if they just keep up and showing on doing that, then it's going to come to them. What they do is they do it and expect everything to come straight away. When it doesn't, then it's like, well, that's the evidence. I've just proved myself right. I did this, what Lee told me, in these last 4 podcasts for 7 days, and my life's still the same. He's full of shit. I am not the master of my own destiny. My energy does not create my reality. I do not have everything I need within me, and the world is full of lack of opportunity. And then you'll go back. It's not going to happen in 7 days. You might have been programmed for 70 years. So when you start to do it, rather than forcing it, just be curious. And trust that everything you want is out there, because it is, as long as you're open to it. If you're closed to it, it's not. Now, the way I want to wrap this up in this second section today, before we run out of time, is whatever you're going through right now, whatever you're struggling with, whatever you're finding tough, imagine waking up tomorrow morning with a completely different perception on this situation, whether it's career, whether it's relationship, whether it's income, whether it's your body, your happiness, your life, your fulfillment, your mindset, your mental health. It doesn't matter. Great example. I am enough. I'm not enough. I'm worthy of love. I'm not worthy of love. I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm anxious, I'm calm. Whichever one you tell yourself, you'll get more of. So when we just do this and just create this fresh perspective and create new thoughts, which lead to new beliefs, which lead to new behaviors, what we're doing is we're creating space initially. We're not really programming, we're creating space for new neural pathways. You're just becoming open to it. And that's where I want you to be. We're not going to fix everything by listening to this podcast. I just want you to be open to opportunity. That's it. That's all I ask. To create a space for the new neural pathways. Because essentially, very often they can't emerge because you were blocking them, okay? By fixating on limitation, by fixating on depression, by fixating on lack. They were always there. You were just blocking them with your own thoughts. So when all of a sudden we become open, it's like I said, remember when I said about tuning in the radio station? Well, you can tune into Abundance FM or you can tune into Scarcity FM. Whichever one you tune into will lock in. So that's why you haven't been noticing the opportunities, because you're locked into the wrong frequency. You can't watch BBC Abundance and BBC Scarcity at the same time. But I've said this before and it's a great analogy. If you don't like what you're watching in life, change the channel. What do you do? What do you do if you're watching on Netflix and you're not enjoying a film? You change the fucking channel. Life's the same. If you're not enjoying life, change the channel. So you now have this morning routine and you can have this nailed. But here's the kicker. You're not just going to listen to these last 4 episodes of this podcast, or what are we on? 17 so far. Let me know in the comments on YouTube or Spotify, by the way, or send me a message on Instagram, Lee Freeman UK _. If you've watched all 17 episodes, I love getting insights on them and I love talking to people. So please feel free to drop me a message. It's only me. There's not Filipino Karen who's sending out 100 AI messages to all my people every day. It's actually me and it's confidential, so you can be rest assured on that. So back to the point of what I was saying. Now I've lost my space. So you're not just going to do this for a few days and feel completely healed. You're not going to watch these first 4 episodes and feel completely healed. But you now have those 4 affirmations. You have to do them consistently. Like I would watch episode 14, 15, 16 and 17 today's multiple times, probably up to 10 times on each episode. Do you see how I could instantly state that story from Millionaire Business School? Because I've watched the recordings probably 50 times. That's why I remember it was a photocopier. That's why I remember his story. That's why I remember the line that he said 100 times. You don't need more money, you just need a better strategy. So what happens generally now, you might feel inspired. You'll be like, yes, he's right. But you have to implement it every day. And you might have to do this for over 30 days. But what's the other opportunity? What's the other road you can go down? You can do this, or you can keep doing the same thing. One's going to lead you forward, one's going to keep you stuck. So every morning, as soon as you wake up, not mornings when you're not busy, not mornings when you feel okay, every morning. And it's why I've created it. And when I do this at the end, you'll see it's not more than 5 minutes. Don't you dare look me in the eye or in the ear, if we're on Spotify, and tell me you don't have 5 minutes in the morning. Because if you do, you're the most full of SH1T, as my grandfather would have said, again, person that I've ever met in my life. Everyone has 5 minutes. You could do it when you're sat on the carsey if you needed to. So you have to do it every day, and you have to do it as soon as you wake up, even when you're busy. Now, consistency is 100 times more important than duration. I would love to be a multi-millionaire CEO, like someone like Tony Robbins or Peter. We have huge teams of people and they don't check their phones until midday. They probably don't even have a phone. And they can get up and they can do a 90-minute transcendental meditation before stepping into reality and all the things that they do, because they do have the time and they have the money. That's not us. But we have 5 minutes, which is why I created this. 99% of us don't have an hour to meditate every morning, alongside getting the kids ready for school, getting up, getting ready for work and everything else. So it's 5 minutes. 5 whole minutes. That's why I keep it short, like me, because we can just get it done every day and commit to it. So 5 minutes every morning will change you more than 3 one-hour sessions per week. I promise you that. Because if you do it on Monday, then you don't do it till Thursday, and then you do it again on Sunday, it's never going to be consistent enough. It's exactly the same as weight training. It's exactly the same as tracking your food. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to wake up, sit up straight, ground your feet, center yourself. I do a little bit of gratitude first. I always try to think of 10 things I'm grateful for. And then you have your 4 affirmations. I am the creator of my destiny. 10 deep breaths. Sit with that thought. My energy creates my reality. 10 deep breaths. Sit with that thought. I already have everything I need within me to succeed. 10 deep breaths. Sit with that thought. Opportunity is endless and everywhere. 10 deep breaths, sit with that thought. That's 5 minutes. 1 minute on each and a minute on gratitude. But do it properly. Do it from a deep place. Believe it, visualize it, and then step into the day with those beliefs. Don't just do it really quickly and then go downstairs and flick straight onto Instagram. Like, you have to focus on broadcasting that frequency, because when you broadcast all of those things, that's when you're putting yourself in a state of receiving. So that then allows you to go into the day, step into the driver's seat, understand that the key's in your hand, understand that life happens for you, not to you, and step into your future. But you have to do this every day. And here's the reality that you might not want to hear right now. You might see absolutely sweet FA change in the first 7 days. But guess what? Did you go to the gym and start lifting weights, and all of a sudden you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger after the first 7 days? Generally, I don't think anyone in the world ever, you will feel better in terms of mindset, energy, happiness, motivation, endorphins, dopamine, feel good from going to the gym or running for a week. But I don't think anyone sees any form of muscular change in the first 7 days. You don't go in like Mr. Bean with tweedly arms and come out, Jesus Christ, 7 days on biceps, look at them bad boys, this shit really works, let's do more, right? It takes months. Repetition is the master of all skill, and building new neural pathways in your brain is absolutely no different to building muscles in the gym. So we have to install them, we have to program them, and then we have to work on them every day. Do it for 30 days and prove to yourself that this really works. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope you found these last 4 episodes really helpful. They all fit together. I hope you're gonna really apply this in your life and do it every morning, because I promise you it will change you. And if you want to know more about how we can really take things to the next level, go and check out www.mindsetmasterywithlee.com. We are just about to record episode 52. So we have 52 hours of next level mindset training and life training within that. Lots of specific ADHD stuff as well. And that's also comes with a planner and a 1 hour per week live Q&A with me. If you want to know more, either hit the link on the website, which will be somewhere around here, or drop me a message on Instagram. Guys, have the most amazing day. And remember these 4 things. You are the creator of your destiny. Your energy creates your reality. You already have everything you need within you. And opportunity is endless and everywhere. I love you all. Go own the day.